Most of us met Vanessa Bell Calloway back in the 80s, and I just gotta know before we go, how is Vanessa from 1980s different from Vanessa today?
Wow, that's a great question. I guess I would have to say the obvious is maturity. I've grown up a great deal, and in that you understand more of who you are, and not only in this world, but to yourself. And of course, I'm different because I'm a mother and a wife now. But one of the things that I didn't know in the 80s that I clearly understand better, because, when you're young, you just want to get out there and just do, I was dancing, I was on Broadway, I was just, but it's called show business. And I've learned how to focus on the business part of the show, And so that's very different for me because now I understand that it's a corporation. I mean, I'm a corporation. It's an industry. It's business. So now I know how to, direct, produce, act, of course, but I also have my own responsibilities of keeping myself afloat. I still love what I do. I loved it, really did, and I still have that same love. But I understand better now all of the elements that make it work, that kind of keep that, wheels are turning. And I guess that's one of the major things other than the obvious, which is, like I said, I'm a mother and a wife, because anybody from the 80s or even if you recollect the 90s, you're different then. And prayer, the Vanessa in the 80s, although I was raised, Catholic, and I've always had God in my life, and I've always been a person of faith and prayer. It's stronger today than it ever was because I understand better of the power of God, the power of prayer, and the power of having faith and being faithful and obedience, and what that means and what that brings you in your life. So yeah, it's a lot different from me in the 80s to me now.
Yes. Well, Vanessa, I pray that I will see you again, either here on Chatting with Chelsea or over in LA at your house, okay? Waiting for that invite.
Chelsea, if you're ever in town, girl, come by, honey. I'll feed you. I love to feed you. Come by, girl.
Yes, I love to eat. All right, they all know that here. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Chatting with Chelsea. You guys keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox. One of them days comes out on January 17th. We'll see you next time.